Yes, Han. Now you can play. You can unmute yourself and explain also.
Ma'am, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, should I start?
Yes, Eva, you can start. Sorry. Yes, Hannah, you can start.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. My name is Hannah Felicity, and today I made a presentation about types of habitat. But before we learn more about types of habitat, let us first understand what is a habitat. A habitat is a natural home or an environment where plants and animals live. It provides food, water, shelter, and space needed for survival. Different living organisms are adapted to different habitats according to their needs. There are two types of habitats: terrestrial habitat and aquatic habitat. We are first going to learn about terrestrial habitat. Terrestrial habitat is a land-based environment where plants and animals live. It includes forests, deserts, grasslands, mountains, and polar regions, supporting diverse living organisms. Forest. In the forest, huge trees provide shelter for animals like bears, deer, monkeys, and foxes. Animals also adapt to their habitat. For example, lions have sharp claws to catch prey, while deer use their long legs to run long distances. This shows how both have adapted to their habitat. Trees grow taller for maximum light, while creepers attach them for light access. Only shrubs that need less light for photosynthesis thrive below. Our second topic is grassland. In the grassland, there is brown grass as hiding area for prey from their predators, like lion, tiger, etc. Grassland animals include zebras, gazelles, lions, and cheetahs. Few species live both in forests and grasslands. Thus, we can also use the example of lions having claws while deers and gazelles have long legs for adaptation. Example. In the grassland, green grass grows in the rainy season for herbivores, turning brown in summer, which provides a hiding place. Our next topic is mountain area. The mountain regions are very cold because fast winds blow them. Due to the low temperature, there is snowfall in the winter. Here, leaves are mostly needle shaped to prevent snow from settling, and in addition, they have waxy coating to prevent water evaporation. Animals adapt to this region by having thick fur and skin, also having high fat content, which insulates the body heat inside. Desert. In the desert, daytime temperatures are very high while nights are cold, with negligible rainfall. Organisms adapt to low water availability. For example, camels have long, thick, flat legs to move in the sand. They don't sweat and urinate very little. Their humps store fat, allowing them to survive without water longer. This is why they are called the ships of the desert. Many desert animals like snakes and scorpions hide underground during the day and venture out at night to find food. Uh, Next, we are looking into desert plants. Desert plants adapt by being small and spiny with thick and fleshy stems to conserve water, and the leaves are spiny to prevent water loss. They also have deep root system that helps in water absorption from distant places. Um, Aquatic habitat. Aquatic habitat are of two types. One with salty water like ocean, bays and other areas, and the second one with sweet water like rivers, ponds, lakes, waterfalls and etc. Salty water. So, marine organisms must manage the salt in their bodies to prevent water loss in the ocean. Their gills assist with this balance, and their streamlined bodies pointed at bottoms facilitate the movement through water. Most are covered in scales, aiding in swimming. Some organisms like octopus and starfish are not streamlined and use their arms to catch prey, but they can adjust their shape while swimming. While most marine animals respire through gills, whales and dolphins breathe through nostrils that allow them to stay underwater longer and periodically surface for air. The next topic is sweet water. The water of ponds, rivers, and lakes is sweet and hosts various organisms and plants, such as fish, crocodiles, and turtles. Reefs, similar to algae, either float like plankton or cling to rocks to withstand tides. Aquatic plants often have hollow stems that aid in swimming. Some have stems underwater with leaves and flowers floating above, like the lotus plant, while others have flat and ribbon-like leaves to resist waves, like the Valizuri. Frogs, which live on shores and in water, possess larger rear legs and webbed feet that help them jump and swim, showcasing their adaptations for survival in both environments. After all of this, let's head on to the conclusion. Habitats provide living organisms with food, water, shelter, and space they need to survive. Different habitats such as forests, grasslands, mountains, deserts, and aquatic regions have unique environmental conditions. Plants and animals develop special adaptations that help them live and survive in their surroundings. From the thick fur of mountain animals to the streamlined bodies of fish and the water storing stems of desert plants, every adaptation supports survival. Understanding habitat helps us appreciate the diversity of life on Earth and the importance of protecting ecosystem for the future. Thank you for giving your
Thank you so much, Hannah. I really loved the presentation. And one of the things that were really good were the backgrounds. The pictures, the backgrounds were amazing. The small animals hanging at the sides were a good touch. And also, I love the clarity in the font. Okay, everything was nicely visible. Everything was in detail, and I liked your explanation also. Okay, so good work. Good work. Really appreciate that, Hannah. Amazing effort. And a little um, like correction. Okay, not actually a correction, but you can say this, you can save this up as, a guidance for the future. Okay, now when we are presenting, okay, like we write the matter on the screen when we are making the slide and the PPT, okay, and then when we are explaining it, okay, we say or we quote what is on the screen, but also add things up from our side. Okay, I noticed you did that also when you told about the camel being the ship of the desert. That was not on the slide, but you added it from your side. So it was there. Okay, but this is for all of you. When you will present, you can not just read what's on the screen, but also like read and then explain from your own. Then read and then explain from your own. Okay, by your own. So that is how it works. Okay. Otherwise, the explanation was very good. It was very clear, detailed. The background, the font, everything was good. Really good work, Hannah. Okay.
question.
And the rest of us will be meeting now, I think, on the 9th for the presentations, right? Zoe and Johanna. Okay, Eva, if you want, you can prepare a presentation by 9th. Okay, I won't like put pressure on you because I gave them holiday assignments in this presentation. Okay, so they did it like they got a lot of time for it. So if you want, you can do. Okay, if you can just pick up a small topic, maybe do one slide And if you want to explain with using one slide, you can prepare by that time, 1 or 2 slides. That's also fine. Okay, it's totally up to you. All
Okay.
right. Yes. Okay. So that was great, Hannah. Now we will be moving on quickly to a small topic in science we'll cover, and then we'll proceed on to your maths quiz. Okay, let me share the screen. Give me a minute. Yes, we have been doing biological processes part one, and in the biological processes part one, we yesterday talked about anaerobic respiration and how the process of respiration takes place in other organisms, various ways in which other organisms respire. Okay. Eva, can you turn on your video, please? Please turn on your video.
Yes,
Did I
ma'am.
give did I give you all 4.3 as homework yesterday, or did I forget? No, right?
There was no homework.
Yeah. Yes. 4.3, please note it as homework for you all. Okay. Exercise 4.3 of science is your homework to do in the weekend. Okay. Please finish 4.3. Now, circulatory system. Okay. Circulatory system in our body is related with the transportation of blood, the moving of blood in our body. Okay. Now, this moving of blood in our body plays a very important role. Okay. Because this blood helps in the transportation of different things. Okay. And it contains three very important components which are responsible for some major functions in our body. Let's see what are those. In respiration, you have read that the blood flowing through our body carries digested food and oxygen to the cells. Okay. So that respiration can take place and energy is produced. Blood is that liquid in our body that connects all the organs of our body. Okay. Because it keeps flowing in us. Okay. So it connects all of it together. Now, the liquid part of the blood is called plasma. Okay. The blood that we have inside us is called plasma, and it has three types of blood cells. The plasma, it has three types of blood cells, namely the RBC, red blood cells, WBC, white blood cells, and platelets. Okay. Three things are there. Now the blood has a lot of RBC, red blood cells. Okay, a lot of it. So that is why it is red in color. That is why our blood is red in color. Okay. And the red blood cells are most abundant. These contain a pigment, a red pigment called hemoglobin. Okay. A red color pigment called hemoglobin. What does this hemoglobin substance does? It attaches oxygen to itself and carries it to various cells of the body. Okay. The oxygen molecules, this is, let's say, the hemoglobin. Okay. And The oxygen is attached to it, and then it gets carried with the blood in the inner stream to various parts of our body. Okay, in the bloodstream, hemoglobin, oxygen attaches itself to it, and then it is carried to the cells. Okay, in our body. That is the work of hemoglobin, transport oxygen. Okay, now if the hemoglobin content in our body becomes less, then the cells receive less oxygen and less amount of energy is produced. Have you ever heard this term that weakness, I'm having a lot of weakness because hemoglobin is low? Have you heard this term from maybe some elders, somebody that you're having weakness must be, your hemoglobin must be low. Okay, HB must be low. You must have heard it at home. Okay, see, hemoglobin is low. Why is it related to weakness? Why the lower level of hemoglobin is related to us having weakness is because when the hemoglobin, the oxygen attaches itself to it and then it is transported to our body. When this hemoglobin levels becomes low, our cells do not get that level of oxygen that they need. Okay, our cells do not get that level of oxygen that they need, and when they don't get this level of oxygen, okay, the food cannot react with the oxygen because oxygen is not reaching the cells. So how will it produce energy? In the previous classes we studied that food food plus oxygen gives us three important carbon components. One of it is energy. Water and CO2 is there, but one of it is energy. Now, when this hemoglobin is low, when the hemoglobin level is low, then the oxygen will also be low. And when the oxygen is not reaching the cells, how will the cells get energy? Okay, how will the cells get energy? So this is why when the hemoglobin is low, people feel weakness. Okay, if it is very low, people, they faint also. People faint. Okay. And if it is extremely low, okay, then what happens? It like affects, they are not able to function properly, people. Okay, when the hemoglobin is very low, it's a serious condition. Okay, people are not able to function well because the oxygen is not reaching, the energy is not producing, oxygen is not reaching. So the cells will be deprived of oxygen. Okay. Now, hemoglobin content of the body becomes less, cells receive less oxygen, and less amount of energy is produced. If there is less energy, then a man feels weak and becomes tired quickly. For the production of hemoglobin, iron is necessary in the body. Okay, that is why it is said that eat iron-rich food to so that you can, hemoglobin is produced in your body, so that your body can get hemoglobin from iron-rich food. Okay. Now, due to the deficiency of iron in the hemoglobin production decreases, the hemoglobin production decreases, and a man experiences weakness and fatigue. This condition is called anemia. Have you heard the word anemia? Anemia. This person is anemic. Anemia. Okay. Anemia is when your hemoglobin is very less. Okay. When the hemoglobin is very less in the body. It is that person said to be anemic, and this condition is called anemia. Okay. Now, what is the use of white blood cells and platelets? We will also see that. Okay. The white blood cells are soldiers of our body or protectors of our body. How? They destroy the disease causing microorganisms entering the body. Okay. Like, take a look at this. Okay. These are bacteria. Okay. Virus. And these are white blood cells. Okay, they actually fight with these bacteria, they fight with this virus. Okay, and then they defeat them, and we stay healthy. White blood cells are responsible for this. Okay, white blood cells are responsible to fight this bacteria, fight this virus, and keep us healthy. That is why they are important for our immunity. Have you heard the word immunity? The ability of our body to fight against diseases is known as immunity. Okay, the ability of our body to fight against diseases is known as immunity. And this is like related to immunity. Okay, now whenever we are hurt, we know that blood flows out from our body. Okay, blood flows out from our body when we are hurt. Now, if the blood keeps flowing out and out without a barrier, without something to stop it, okay, if you put a cloth on it also, what happens? Sometimes the blood flows through it. Okay, sometimes the blood flows through it, but slowly, what you will notice that where the wound is there now, where the wound is there, the blood starts getting frozen there. Okay, it starts freezing there. What is that freezing is known as clotting. Okay, that blood that solidifies in the wound. Okay, after like it will flow for a bit and then it starts becoming solid. It starts becoming more solid. What is that becoming solid is forming a clot. Okay, to stop the bleeding. Okay, this platelets, the blood platelets, their function is to form a clot and stop the flow of blood. Okay, to become solid, solidify, and stop the flow of blood. Okay, this is what the meaning, what the platelets does. So three things we are having in the liquid blood. We have the red blood cells, which contain hemoglobin. Hemoglobin carries oxygen in the body. Okay. The less hemoglobin, when there is a deficiency of hemoglobin, that condition is called anemia. Number two is white blood cells. White blood cells act as protectors of the body because they fight the virus and bacteria entering the body. Okay, they also build our immunity. Number three are blood platelets. What do blood platelets do? They form clots to prevent the blood from flowing. Okay, these are the components of blood. Now, now come to blood vessels. Okay, now we know that the blood doesn't just all flows in a bulk or in a chunk in our body. Okay, we have small tubes. We have small tubes, long tubes in our body in which the blood flows. Okay, in which the blood flows. Because if it was like a whole chunk, it would settle at the bottom when we would stand up. Okay, but no, doesn't work like that. We have small tubes in our body. In those tubes, the blood flows inside us. Okay, in those tubes, the blood flows. These are called blood vessels. These tubes inside us in which blood flows are called blood vessels. These are of three types. Okay, these are of three types. The first one is arteries. The second one is called veins. Third one is called capillaries. Okay, we have arteries, veins, and capillaries. Let's see how are they different from each other and what are their functions. Okay, arteries carry the blood from the heart to different parts of the body. Okay, arteries they carry. You know that our blood from the whole of the body goes to the heart, and then the heart pumps it back. Okay, goes to the lungs, from the lungs to the heart, and then the heart pumps it back. You know this, right? This phenomena goes on. Okay, the deoxygenated blood is collected from all our body, goes to the lungs. In the lungs, it is filled with oxygen. From it, it goes to the heart, and then from the heart, it is pumped to all of this body. Okay, that happens. Now, when it goes from the heart to the body, to the rest of the body, it comes in high pressure. Okay, it comes at a high pressure. Okay, so that is why the walls are thick. The walls of arteries are thick because blood is under high pressure. Okay, always remember when the blood is going from the heart to the body, okay, it is high pressure, high pressure, okay. So that is why the walls of the arteries are thick. Also, there is like a question. Okay. When this blood flows, the blood is flowing. Okay. Is it possible that it can just flow and it just comes back? Like it's flowing and then it can also go back also now because there is a pipeline thing. It can flow and it can also go back to the source. Okay, how it is stopped is because these lines, these blood vessels have valves. Okay, that like open the blood flows, close, they shut. Okay, the blood flows and they open and then they shut. So that the backflow means so that the blood cannot flow back. Okay, so that the backflow can be stopped. That is how it only flows in one direction. Okay, so that is your artery. Now, the amount also see when you talk about artery, there are some points are that you have to remember. Okay, number one is that your it carries blood from heart to the body. Okay, heart to body. Number two, thick walls. They have thick walls. They are more thick. Okay. Number three, this blood is oxygen rich. Oxygen rich blood that goes from the heart to the body. Oxygen rich blood. Number four, high pressure. High pressure. The blood flows in high pressure. Okay. Now, see, in both the arteries, and there is one exception in the artery that is known as pulmonary artery. Now, this pulmonary artery is also an artery, but it carries blood to the lungs. Okay, pulmonary artery does not carry the body; it carries the blood to the lungs. Okay, so pulmonary artery is an exception to the arteries because rest of the arteries carry to the body, pulmonary artery carry to the lungs. Okay, now come to veins. Veins collect blood from various parts of the body and bring it towards the heart. Arteries take blood from the heart and takes it to the body. Veins collect blood from the body, take it to the heart. Okay, here from the body to the heart. Okay, from the body to the heart. Now their walls are thin because blood comes in low pressure. Okay, the walls are thin because blood comes in low pressure. The blood is also, uh, you know, deoxygenated or less in oxygen. Okay, less in oxygen. The blood from the heart to the body is very high in oxygen. The blood from body to the heart is very less in oxygen. Okay. Now the veins also have valves. Okay, to prevent the backflow of the blood. To prevent the backflow of the blood, they have valves that shut after the blood is transported. Okay, the amount of oxygen is low. Then we have capillaries. Okay, what are capillaries? These are formed of a single layer of cells through which exchange of materials to other cells takes place. Okay, when the materials such as water, such as minerals and all, they are transported between cells. Cells are connected through very small, thin blood vessels called capillaries that connect the cells. Okay, that connect the cells through which exchange of materials to other cells take place. Small arteries branch into many capillaries in the tissue of the body, and then capillaries join to form veins. Okay, small arteries join become capillary, capillaries join and become a vein. Okay, that also happens. Okay, so this is your major blood vessels. This is your three major blood vessels, the arteries, veins, and capillaries. We will stop here for today. So today we talked about the circulatory system.
Excuse me.
Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
Uh, ma'am, ma'am said that the veins carry blood from the body to the heart, ma'am.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Why do we carry the blood now that has just been carried by the from the blood?
Heart. Uh-huh, yes. So this is like a cycle that goes on. Okay. When the heart transports the first all the blood that is now, because you know that oxygen is continuously being consumed in our body. Okay. Because we are functioning, we need energy. Whatever we are doing, we need energy. So oxygen is continuously being used in our cells, and then the cells get energy. So because this oxygen is continuously being used in our blood now, it becomes less in our blood. So when it becomes less, it's used up. Our blood again goes to the lungs. Okay. There it becomes oxygenated. Then it gets carried to the heart, and oxygenated blood again gets pumped into the body. Then that oxygen is used up in the cells. Then it becomes deoxygenated, again goes up. Okay, then becomes oxygenated, pumped by the heart, oxygenated blood. Then goes to the body, becomes deoxygenated because oxygen is used up in the cells. So this is the cycle that goes on in our body. Okay, this is why deoxygenated blood goes, oxygenated comes down, and it goes on repeating. Okay, that is how it works. Yes. Any other question? Okay. Okay. Quickly take a break. Have a break till 2020. And then at 12:20, we will meet for the math quiz. Okay. Hello, Joshua. Good morning.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Just give me a minute, yeah. Okay, I'm ready. Can I have your videos on, please? All of you. One second. Okay, so welcome to the maths quiz, all of you. And today we are going to have a maths quiz based on the chapter triangles. Let's give a read to the introduction. Ready to test your triangle smarts? From shapes to properties, this quiz covers the basics and beyond. 3 sides, endless questions. Let's see what you know. Okay, get ready to test your skills. Now, quiz are some rules for the quiz are there. Okay, we are going to have 5 rounds. Okay, the first round is based on MCQ. Okay, second round based on fill in the blanks, and the third round based on identify questions. Okay, round 1, 2, 3 are 2 marks each. Okay, every question is of 2 marks in round 1, 2, and 3. Okay, when we will move on to round 4, it is a buzzer round. Okay, round 4 is a buzzer round. Only 3 questions are there in round 4. Okay, so when you are attempting in round 4, you only have 3 attempts, each one of you. Okay, so you have to like quickly raise your hand and then say the answer. Okay, and you cannot raise your hand before Joshua. Okay, when this question comes on the screen, that time only you can raise the hand. Okay, whose hand I see first, I will give them the chance to answer. Okay, so that is round 4, 2.5 mark each, every question. Okay,
Ma'am,
round, yes, Joshua.
I have a question.
Mhm.
How many minutes, like, how long is the time for you to answer each question?
You can answer, there's no time that I have kept. Okay, there is no time that I have kept. But in the buzzer round, one thing is there. Okay, one specific thing is there that you have raised your hand, I've given you the chance to answer, and then you are thinking. Okay, that should not be there. Okay, then after you've raised your hand and then you are thinking what is the answer, what is the answer. Okay, that thing is not allowed. You raise your hand, I'll give you the chance, you answer. Okay, there is no time limit to answer, there is no seconds or this, no, but that's the thing. Okay, then final buzzer round, last round is there. Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, at round 4 and 5, we need to raise our hands, ma'am. Could you explain how we should answer on round 1 to 3?
How should you answer on round 1, 2, 3? Round one, you'll have options. You can just give the correct answer by looking at the options. Okay. Round B is the fill in the blanks. Okay. The question will be there on the screen. You can just tell the answer, the word. Okay.
Ma'am, I mean, should we also raise our hand for all the rounds? Or
No, no,
okay, sure.
no. For all the rounds, you don't have to raise the hand. Okay. But what I usually do is a method in which I do spin the wheel. Okay. So we spin a wheel by putting all your names on it. Okay. All five of you will put names, and whoever the spin the wheel chooses, person answers first. Okay. First. So that's how we proceed. Okay. So we'll do spin the wheel for round one, two, three. Okay. For round four, it's a buzzer. For round five is final buzzer, in which the question that will come is 3 marks. Okay. So whoever answers, only one question is there, 3 marks. Whoever answers that question will directly get 3 marks. Okay. That is your final buzzer. So I'm going to go to spin the wheel. Okay. I'm going to go to spin the wheel, and we will see who will answer first, who will get a chance to answer first in the first round. Okay. Let's put your names. And Joshua. Okay. Joshua, Zoe, Hannah, Johanna, and Eva. Okay, hope you can see the screen. I'll also. Okay, let's start. Okay, first, Eva is going to go. Okay, I'm just numbering you, and then we'll directly go in the questions. Second, let's see who will go. Zoe will answer the second question. After that, let's see. Johanna, the third question. Okay, then Hannah, and then the last, Joshua. Okay, let's come back to the presentation. Okay, round one. Okay, let's start with Eva. All the best, all of you. First question. A triangle has how many components?
Six.
Okay. Okay, Eva. Next question for Zoe. A triangle has how many altitudes? Say loudly, Zoe.
3.
Okay. Next question. Please ignore the typo error. How many medians are there in a triangle? For Johanna.
3.
Okay. Next question for Hannah. What is the sum of all the angles of a triangle?
Ma'am, D.
Which one?
Ma'am, D.
Okay. Okay. When you're saying the answer na, in the MCQ also, please say the full answer, option and the answer. Okay. Now, next one for Joshua. Last, how many types of triangles are there, Joshua?
Nine.
Say again, unmute and say. Can you repeat that, please, Joshua? Joshua, can you repeat that, please?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Joshua, now I can hear you.
9.
Okay. Next round. Spin the wheel again. Okay, for round 2, let's see. First, who will go? Joshua will go first. Okay. After Joshua, Eva will go. Then, after Reva, Hannah will go. After Hannah, Zoe, and the last, Johanna. Okay. Now, let's come to the PPT. Okay. Let's begin round 2. Fill in the blanks. First question for Joshua. Joshua, in dash triangle, no sides are equal. In dash triangle, no sides are equal.
Acute.
Okay. Sides. Sides, it says actually.
Pardon, ma'am?
Joshua, the question says sides.
Yeah. And acute, no sides are equal.
Okay.
Isosceles.
Okay. Next,
Can you hear me?
Eva. Yes, Joshua, yes. Yes, we'll proceed. Eva. Triangles are divided on the basis of dash and dash. Triangles are classified into two categories, dash and dash.
Sides and angles.
Okay. Next question for Hannah. In dash triangle, one angle is more than 90 degrees.
Ma'am, obtuse.
Okay. Okay, Hannah. Next question. Just give me a second. Yes. Next question for Zoe. The medians of a triangle intersect at a point which is called
The center, I'm not sure. Center.
center. Okay. Next, last question for Johanna. In dash triangle, one angle is equal to 90 degrees.
Right angle triangle.
Okay, Johanna, let's move on to the round 3. Round 3 is identify. Okay, each question will carry 2 marks. First question. Oh, sorry. Wheel. We'll go do the wheel thing. Okay, let's do the wheel thing. Let's see who will go first. Okay, Zoe is going to go first. After Zoe, Johanna will go. After Johanna, Joshua will go. After Joshua, Hannah will go. And then Eva will. Okay. Okay, let's proceed. First question for Zoe. Can you identify this triangle?
Isosceles, ma'am.
Okay. Next question for Johanna. Can you identify this triangle?
Scalene triangle.
Okay. Next question for Joshua. Can you identify this triangle? Now, this triangle, Joshua, I will give you one hint because I didn't find the triangle that is like that has those lines and all when I wanted to give this. Okay, so I'll give you one hint. This triangle is based on like this triangle comes in the category of angles. Okay, like the classification, it doesn't come in the category of sides, it comes in the category of angles. This triangle. So based on that, can you tell me which triangle is it?
Obtuse.
Okay. Next, for Hannah. Hannah, based on the angles category, which triangle is that?
Ma'am, obtuse.
Okay. Last question, Eva. Which triangle is that, Eva?
Acute?
Look carefully. There is a trick.
It-
This is,
Okay.
yeah. Look carefully and then answer, okay? I've made this a little tricky. I've inverted it.
Ma'am, right angle?
Okay. Now, now come to the most interesting and fun part, the buzzer round. Okay. There we there we'll go to the buzzer round. Round 4. Every question will carry 2.5 marks and there will be 3 questions. Okay. Whoever's hand I will see first will get the chance to answer first. Okay. Let's move on to the first question of the buzzer round in three, two, one, go. The point at which the altitudes of a triangle intersect is called. Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, orthocenter.
Okay. Next question in three, two, one, go. Give the properties of an isosceles triangle. Hannah.
Ma'am, the angles opposite to the equal sides are equal, and the sides opposite to the equal angles are also.
Okay. Last question of the final buzzer round. Okay. Oh, sorry. The buzzer round, not the final. Last question of the buzzer round in three, two, one, go. The sum of two dash angles is equal to the dash angle in a triangle. The sum of two dash angles is equal to the dash angle in a triangle. Yes, honey.
Ma'am, the sum of two interior opposite angles is equal to the exterior angle.
Okay. Okay. Last round. Okay. Last round we have the final buzzer round. Okay. The final buzzer round. Get ready. Brace yourself. Get your hands ready. Okay. We are going to the final buzzer round. The question will be of 3 marks. Okay. Question is going to be of 3 marks. We are going up in three, two, one, go. What do you understand by Pythagoras theorem? Yes, Joshua.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, Joshua.
It's a fundamental rule in geometry.
Okay. What does it say, Joshua? What does the Pythagoras theorem states? Can you answer that?
In a right-angle triangle, the square of the length of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the lengths of the two other sides.
Okay.
I think that's what it, ma'am. I'm not sure.
Okay, Joshua. All right. Okay. Now, so with this we have, oh, sorry, I forgot to show you the thank you slide. With this, we have finished with the quiz. Thank you so much for participating, and I hope you had a great time. Now, coming to the scores, let me tell you the scores, okay? Okay. So the scores are as follows. We have Joshua, who made a great, massive comeback in the final round with 3 points. Okay. Good work, Joshua. Your Pythagoras theorem was absolutely correct. Okay. But I'll quickly go over what was incorrect, Joshua. Okay. See in the first round, the fifth question, the answer to this is 6. We have 6 triangles. Okay. 3 triangles in the category of sides, 3 triangles in the category of angles. Okay. Total we have 6. Then round two, in the round two, Joshua, the first question now. Okay. This in that triangle, no sides are equal. Because it says sides, the answer is scalene triangle. Okay, it's not acute, it is scalene. It's not isosceles, it is scalene triangle. Okay, in which no sides are equal, means all the sides are of different measure. Okay, in round three, Joshua, round three, your third question. This, Joshua, is an acute angle triangle. Okay, all the three angles are smaller than 90 degree. Okay, how do I identify this? Ma'am, how do we identify if it is an acute or if it is obtuse? Take a quick look at this. Okay, if your triangle looks like a normal triangle, okay, looks like a normal triangle, and you have to identify categorizing. No, you said uh I in the third one, na? You said 1 second.
I said isosceles for the one before, ma'am.
You said isosceles for the one before in round two or this question?
This question I said acute, ma'am.
This question you said acute. Okay. Just give me a minute to recheck. Okay, this is round three, where you have to identify. Your question was third one, 1, 2, and 3. This question you said obtuse, okay, because what answers you were giving, I was writing down each of you, okay, so that I can also correct you. So this is obtuse, you said, but this is acute, okay. Now I was telling you how to identify the difference between an obtuse and an acute. When it looks like a normal triangle, okay, it is acute if we are talking about angles. But when it looks like this, when one of the sides are extended like this and it looks like this, okay, maybe like this, or if one side is extended from here like that, okay, like one of the angle you find very extended to either of the sides, maybe left or right, then it's obtuse, okay, then it is obtuse when we are talking about the angles, classification of angles, okay. So that were the corrections for you, Joshua. Okay. And round 5, your Pythagoras theorem was correct. Okay. Round 5, your Pythagoras theorem was correct. That Pythagoras theorem is that the hypotenuse, the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the squares of the other two sides of a triangle. Okay, that was correct. Now, after Joshua, we have Zoe. Okay, Zoe, your first question was correct. First round was correct. Second round was you said center. Okay, the point where I think it was altitudes, right? 1 second. Round two, you had fourth question. No? Yeah, the medians. The medians of a triangle intersect. At this point where the medians intersect, you said center. The answer is centroid. Okay, the answer to this is centroid. So I give you 1 marks. Okay, for center, the answer is centroid, not just center, centroid. Okay, third round, Zoe, your isosceles triangle was correct. Your answer was correct. Okay, so that is 5 points. Good work, Zoe. Good work. Okay, after Zoe, we have tie between Eva and Johanna. Okay, very good, Eva and Johanna. In round 1, 2, and 3, all the questions were correct. Okay, both of you. In round 1, round 2, round 3, all 3 questions were correct, so good work. Then we have Hannah. Hannah, 14 points. Good work, Hannah. Especially in round 4. Good work in the 4th round, the buzzer. Okay, the buzzer round I gave a little bit, more hard questions. The first 3 rounds easy. 4th round a little bit higher level. 5th round much higher level. Pythagoras. Okay, so good work, Hannah, in round 4. So good work, all of you. Great work. But I will also be keeping a test of this chapter later in the month. Okay, I may as well keep a test of the chapter with more calculating questions. Okay, where you'll have to calculate more. Okay, so great work, all of you. Really appreciate the efforts, and we will now be meeting on Monday. Okay, Monday we will finish the quadrilaterals chapter. Science, we'll talk more about circulation. And Tuesday will be your holiday because Tuesday I have my exam. My exams are still going on. Okay. They will be ending on 24th of June. So 3 exams are left. One is 9th June, then 22nd June and 24th June. So 9th June will be a holiday for you. So we'll meet Monday and then Wednesday. Okay. That's all. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye, Hannah. Bye,
Bye.
Joanna. Bye, Zoe.